I'm excited for today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been well over a month since we've last done an episode like this, and that is of course delving into some of the absolute best update concepts thought up by the Brawl Stars community. It is incredibly fun for me to see how talented you guys are out there when it comes to developing these amazing concepts. Like I say in almost every single one of these videos, there are more content creators that aren't just on YouTube here in the Brawl Stars community that honestly aren't getting as much recognition as they should. But as we always do in these types of episodes, it's time to lead with a few gadget ideas. Of course, a lot of the brawlers now have second gadgets here in the game, but it's still fun to bring up these concepts. You never know, maybe there will be a day where we have 3 gadgets on each brawler. But we have a post here by Mizmai361, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce names, but I really enjoyed this gadget for Colette. It's called Obsessed. When you hit an enemy in your next attack, you will copy their attack for 10 seconds. How insane is this gadget? It might be a little bit too complicated for Brawl Stars, but I can only imagine how fun it would be. Such a high skill level. But dude, hey, picture this. A Mortis is coming at you. You hit him with the gadget. Use his basic attack to dash away to safety and say like showdown. Maybe you're getting pressured. There's a dynamite coming up on you. Use your gadget, hit the dynamite, and now you're a lobber. You toss your shots over the walls so you can pressure the team that way. Bull's coming up. You grab that bull basic attack and just pop off with people who might be close by. So many fun and interesting situations where you can utilize this gadget. I know it's out there, probably would never get implemented into the game, but one can only dream. It's such a cool idea. Moving along to another gadget idea for Meg, this one by unidentified user 10. I believe we featured this user in recent episodes of this here on the channel, but I thought it was a really unique idea. The gadget is called Mecha Retreat. Meg leaves her mech suit. Rob's health is slowly given to Meg and her allies. Meg receives 50% less damage while in the radius. Now, of course, Meg's super is incredibly important for her aggressiveness here in Brawl Stars, being able to push back a whole entire enemy team for a couple seconds, but in situations, you could give up your super, drop the mech down, and then it's almost like a Pam station. I think it would honestly be really cool if it didn't have a radius to have some difference compared to Pam's super, and maybe it just passively gives off its health no matter where you are on the map. I thought it was a really interesting idea. I'm telling you guys, these second gadget ideas are so next level in this video today. We have an idea by Kachuchu2211, but it's called Snake and Drain. Byron's next attack drains the enemy's supercharge when hit. I thought it was really unique. We don't really have a mechanic like this here yet inside of Brawl Stars. We do have some life leeching abilities like with Edgar as well as Mortis, but imagine a life leech but for the super. You hit someone with your basic attack and it decays their supercharge that they have already, thus giving it back to you. It's hard to put my finger on how good it would actually be. It might be absolutely broken or it might just be underwhelming, who the heck knows, but I thought it was an interesting concept, something that is foreign to Brawl Stars, right? Getting into another one made by Blizzard the creators 7 days ago. This gadget honestly is so dang cool, and seeing that we only have one gadget for Surge, it could make sense. But it's called Healthy Exchange. Surge downgrades to his previous stage, then instantly recovers 85% of his health. So to put it simply, you're wasting a super for 85% of your health instantly. But it's at your choosing. You get to use it at your own discretion. For example, it might not be in your best interest to use it when you're only in your first tier so that you lose a bunch of movement speed, but I could see this being really useful if you're already in your final tier, you have a super already, you go down to your second form where you still have that crazy long range and you get 85% of your HP back, and then you can just super again, getting back to your 4th tier, right? And then the final one we have here before we move along to other ideas outside of the realm of gadgets, we have hello, this is my alt account made 14 days ago. New gadget idea I made. What do you think? The gadget is called Death. Instantly kills all enemy players on the map. You know, if I really think about it here, it might be a little bit powerful, but definitely useful. I could see this in a showdown match, you know, people are teaming, just hit that gadget and hey, win. Hey, I thought it was funny, dude. But getting away from the gadget ideas here, we have an actually amazing idea thought up by C4 Eden? Idea, power bank, a way to store power points you get from boxes that you don't want to use at the time. You know, something like this never really crossed my mind being useful or anything like that, but then I got to thinking, how awesome would it be if you had brawlers at a given power level that you're comfortable with and you know a new brawler is coming around the corner? It'd be so dang cool to start saving up power points for that new brawler release so you can get them maxed out a little bit easier on the very first day. Or, you know, maybe you're a fan of a particular brawler, maybe you love Mortis but you just don't have him unlocked yet and you want to get him leveled up. Once you obtain him, it would make sense to save away some of your power points. Hey, I've said this time and time again, but one of the best feelings you can have in any video game, and specifically in Brawl Stars for me at least, is having control over your account. There was once a time when Brawl Stars was still in beta and we had a really interesting progression system in the game with pins, badges, and medals. The very first time star powers were actually introduced here into the game, and the upgrading system was so dang complex and later scrapped because it was a little too complex for newer players coming to the game, but for experienced players who already played in Brawl Stars, I'm sure they would all agree that it was probably the most fun upgrade system that we've had in the game, because you had the most control over upgrading your brawlers and how you wanted them to. Guys, picture this. You didn't have power points, but you could literally upgrade what branch you wanted for a particular brawler. So if you wanted to meme a little bit, you could literally get your bull completely maxed out with their HP and no power into the attack or no power into the super. So you can be this like super tanky bull but did literally no damage. And vice versa, you could do that with the attack as well as the super. You could just focus on one branch. It was incredibly fun. Of course, not too many people ended up doing that, but just having the ability to do that was so much fun, which I feel like this gives you a tiny bit more control, gives you a little bit more say into where you want your power points distributed on your account. So control equals more fun in my opinion. Next up, moving along, I thought this was such a great idea made by Creus Tiger. A small idea for map maker and friendly battles. Let me know what you think. It was pretty well received by the Brawl Stars community, but this is how it would work. You can now set a map as your favorite after playing it from your battle log. Favorite maps will be available to be played again in friendly battles. So say you're just cycling through map maker and having a good time and you come across a particular map that really jives with you and you had such a great time on it. You hit the upvote button, but really, even if you do upvote it, you don't really know if you're going to ever be able to experience the time that you had on that map again. But with this feature, you would be able to personally on your account. You would hit that favorite button, and as this picture depicts, it would be in your friendly battle selections, so you could save away these really fun maps, and then of course play them again whenever you'd like. But man, I thought that was such a cool idea that I never really thought of, but would be great here in Brawl Stars. But next up, moving along to this user here, I believe we featured his artwork in the most recent episode of this here on the channel, but we have Gabo702. If you want an example of just how talented some people are here inside the Brawl Stars community, this speaks for itself. We have a garden environment concept that is just absolutely stunning. So much detail put into it, and the way it's presented is so nice. Are you kidding me? This is beautiful. We have Sprout there. Some of the particle effects he uses in his artworks are so nice. Like, look at that fountain in the middle. It's beautiful. The pink bushes are just hitting different. Let's take a look at other ones here. He's got a couple different maps. Here's another map. I think it might be, is it the same? Nope, it's not the same one. It just has different colored bushes, and yeah, just a completely different map here. These are gem grab. It looks like a bounty map here. Nice with some water. Look at the effects on the water. This guy is such a beast. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, guys. I love this guy's work. Okay, hot zone. Cool, dude. This is amazing. Well done. Well done. We have so many more awesome ideas here in this video. Moving along to a new game mode idea thought up by ZZORIIOT. I don't even want to pronounce that, dude. I just make a fool of myself. But we have assassins. So how it would work is you need to defeat targets or be defeated. Enter a game with a brawler that the game randomly chooses for you. Defeat targeted opponents that the game tells you to. There's no power cubes or anything like that to be gained, but the first to defeat both of your targets without being defeated yourself in the process wins. So it's like a Hitman game mode where you have targets that you need to defeat. I'm assuming the people who are being targeted don't know who's targeting them, but once you're able to take down your targets, you end up winning that match, and it appears to be a battle royale type game mode. I know a lot of people really enjoy those type of game modes, and yeah, I think it'd just be a really high-paced, fun game mode. Moving along to another amazing idea. You guys do not know how badly I would love this here in Brawl Stars, but a idea thought up by I'm Pain 6, the concept of gifting skins. Maybe some skins come out after quite some time, which, guys, if you didn't know, the pirate skins came out now, so it'd be a perfect time to gift these skins to people. Corsair Colt, I'd give them to so many of my friends. I'm assuming the way that it would work is, as you guys can see in the picture, you click on a skin and you have the option to buy it as a gift. I'm sure it would only work for people on your friends list, or maybe you could send it to a given player tag and then it would be sent away to their inbox where they could claim it. I would be all for that, dude. Such an amazing idea. And the final idea I wanted to get into before we get into the last section of these types of videos, the brawler concepts, I love these new gear ideas thought up by Zaki0. I really hope sometime in the very near future Brawl Stars adds more gear ideas. I think it has a ton of potential where we just have like a huge laundry list of gears and we can pick and select, having more control over the playstyle that we want to have with a particular brawler. But he came up with two different ones. This one is called Thorns, level 3. It reflects 10% of the damage taken back to the enemy brawler. And then the other one is Stealth, level 3. Stay invisible for 1 second after leaving a bush. So you come out of the bush, you have 1 second of invisibility to try to make a fun, interesting play. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, like I said before, there's so much potential in gears. I can't wait to see where this concept runs. But moving along here, guys, to the brawler concepts, how we end these types of videos in every single type of video like this here. But we have an idea made by Ratat 129 days ago, but they brought up a kit idea for all of you guys. Since kit kind of just came up in discussion on my channel a little bit ago, I thought it was really interesting. There are a ton of kit brawler concepts out there on Reddit as of right now, and I thought this one was pretty dang good along with the artwork on top of it. But taking a look at the attack here, it's called Strikeout. Kit attacks enemies once, reducing the damage she takes by 2% up to 20% for 3 seconds. Hitting an enemy resets the duration of the buff. So she has a pretty interesting innate ability, which some brawlers have here in the game. I really enjoy those abilities. But now for the super, we have Fury Fire. Kit becomes slower and takes out a machine gun that fires 6 projectiles in a narrow cone. She has 4 ammo, but she cannot reload. Kit can also throw her super on the ground and become a turret that Kit herself can control. So a little out there, pretty dang intricate, but something completely new here in Brawl Stars, right? Once again, normally with these, I tend to skip the star power and gadgets because it's just a lot of reading. But if you guys want to go into it, take a screenshot, pause the video, read it for yourself, make sure to do so. But yeah, I thought it was a really cool idea and a rendition as to what Kit might look like here in the game. And then moving along to this one here, the final one of the video, we have an idea made up 170 days ago by I Ran Out of Names 5. But this brawler concept is for Oliver. As you can see, it got quite a bit of traction here inside of the community. People really enjoying it. But we have for the basic attack, Shush. Oliver shushes at a direction, dealing 1,240 damage and pierces through enemies. Oliver deals 40% increased damage towards brawlers that has their super charged. How interesting, right? Maybe because they're noisy for having that super, who the heck knows. But then for the super, we have Peace and Quiet. Oliver lobs a book at an area that deals 750 damage, pushes enemies by 3 tiles, and silences them for 4 seconds. Silenced brawlers cannot cast their super and gadget until the debuff ends, but they can still charge their super. A pretty interesting mechanic that is not seen yet here inside Brawl Stars. I just really like new concepts. Whenever I see brawler concepts, I love when they introduce a new ability or something new that could freshen up Brawl Stars, right? And then of course we have the star powers as well as gadgets, which are also really interesting. Again, if you guys want to pause the video, read them for yourselves, make sure to do so. But yeah, everyone, I think that's a good ending spot for this video here today. Guys, like I said before, whenever I do these types of videos, I just feel so dang inspired and hoping that just a small fraction of the things that we go over in these videos would somehow make their way to the game. Like, some of those gadget ideas are just so dang cool. I think honestly my favorite one was the Colette one. So cool. But yeah, everyone, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun, Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios and take care.